What's up, D&G? It's Matt here, bringing you another prediction video. We had Call of Duty Major 4 last time. That was so fucking fun to do, so I decided to do some Overwatch League this time. And let me tell you, man, that June Joust was amazing. That's like the sole reason I wanted to do prediction videos, because not to flex here, but I would have had every win right. Not the score line, but I would have had every team winning correct. Even the finals, I predicted Dragons winning, but not that close. It was because I felt like Dragons, if they won, they'd have to get like going early, but that wasn't the case. They brought it back, and it's congrats to the Dragons, man. But yeah, today we're bringing the Summer Showdown Week 1 pick'ems. So we're gonna start with the East region, just cause they're the ones I just care about the least. Just cause Houston Outlaws are my team, bro, and I pay attention a lot more to the North Atlantic. Nothing to the APAC, even though APAC teams are kind of really bad, other than the Dragons. So let's start with the Hanjo Spark in Los Angeles Valiant. Uh, this it's probably a 3-0. Also, I want to base these predictions solely off the fact I want to base them off the main melee more than the June Joust, because the June Joust was a weird no hero, like heroes were banned. Like the main melee, no heroes were banned, and that's what the Summer Showdown is gonna be like. So I'm kind of basing this off of how the teams went in the main melee, just because it compares. It's more similar to the Summer Showdown, in my opinion. So, yeah, this should be a 3-0. I'd Spark, they do look better, all right? They did look better, and I think the June Joust kind of helped them know that their team is pretty good. So, I don't think they're going to look like that game against New York, Stage 1, where they didn't know what the fuck was going on. They should handle this pretty easily, considering Valiant's only won 2 maps the entire season so far. That 3-0 is the safe bet, okay? They could get a map, right? But we'll go 3-0. Next we have Seoul Dynasty versus Chengdu Hunters. This one is hard because Seoul can just be Seoul and then just suck and lose games, but Chengdu did really good Melee too. They made it to the this is tough. They have beaten Seoul many times, so I will go 3-1 Chengdu. Because I don't think a lot of people trust Seoul, and it's fair. It really is fair. Uh, all right. I think I think this will be an upset. I think Guangzhou Charge are gonna take this 3-1. I believe in the Guangzhou Charge. I think they can get better. New York snuck their way into the June Joust. Uh, not high standards for them. They're pretty low. You gotta pick upsets, guys. I know you guys are gonna get mad for this pick, but you just gotta pick upsets in the end. And so, yeah, I got charged 3-1 here. Uh, should we keep? Yeah, sure. We'll just go all Asian here, all APAC. Uh, all right. So the Spark. This is tough. Spark Dynasty. I think Dynasty should be able to get a win here, right? They should be able to, if they're gonna lose to Chengdu, they always show up next week, or they kind of just they're very split. Like they're gonna lose and then they're gonna win. That's basically them all season. So I think they'll pull one off here on the Spark. I do think Seoul's better than Spark. Let's just all be real here. They were good in June Joust, but again, June Joust is irrelevant just compared to the meta right now. I'm sorry. I think Chengdu should take care of business here. It's hard to say 3-1. There's a lot of 3-1s. There's too many 3-1s. But let's go with the 3-0 here. We'll go 3-0. Oh my god, the game of the fucking century. This should be easy. Yeah, New York should take care of business too. For Valiant, it might as well all just be 3-0s. They could win a map, right? We gotta pick the right game for them though. I don't know, man. What would they take a map off of? I guess I'll figure that out in the future. We'll see. But anyways, we got the North Atlantic, NA, good shit. Uh, we're gonna start with the Spitfire and Eternal. Uh, realistically 3-0, right? But I think the London will get a map. London always seem to get a map. Uh, against especially like mediocre teams like this. So yeah, we'll go 3-1. You know, just London's not that bad, right? They don't get 3-0'd all the time. I don't think Paris is like a top tier team either. They could win this. This could be the game that London win, right? But we got it's just I don't know. I might come back to that. I might pick London. Like call me crazy, but if London were to win a game, this would be the one. This would be the one. And I stand for that. LA and Shock. So we had stage 1. It was like this was actually like this was the time. This is like the corresponding time in stage 1. This game happened. This was the second game of the entire season. Like right after the Outlaws and Fuel game. A lot of people had high expectations for Gladiators, and they kind of fell flat. I think they'll do it again. I think this will be a game 5. I think it'll be a game 5. I think Gladiators will do better. I think Shocker is just the team that just ends up winning these games. You know, I don't think the Gladiators should have been 4-0 in the June Joust. I don't think they're that good. People are just hyping this team up, and I don't know, man. They did really good in June Joust, but again, it's just the June Joust. It's not good to be the meta for the grand final, the playoffs, come the playoffs. So I don't know, man. They don't seem like the June Joust is just irrelevant to me. Like it's just kind of a farm. You just farm for wins in that. It's not gonna be the final meta. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I don't hype the Gladiators. I'm sorry, guys. Like if you guys disagree with some of these picks, I could totally understand that. This is my opinion. This is what I think is gonna happen. And that's just how it is, man. But we got London in shock, and yeah, this should be a 3-0. London could get a map, but realistically, if we're just comparing like how good of a team Shock is, they shouldn't let a map go. If they let a map go, that's just bad on the Shock, isn't it? Letting Spitfire. We know what the Shock is capable of. They should 3-0 this team. No debate. Nothing. Oh man. Alright, this next game, this is hard. This is a hard game. Mayhem and Defiant. Well, both of these teams looked really good. Melee. They did. I think Mayhem is just a better team. Maybe I'll go 3-1. I will go 3-1 for the Mayhem. They're just the better team. They got the better roster. I think Aspire actually could turn this entire franchise around. Aspire is a really good Widow, but good hit scan. Will that be enough? I don't think so. They could prove me wrong though. I think Toronto could win this game realistically. Oh God. Speaking of London being the against Paris the winnable game, this is a winnable game for the Titans. Shit. Ah, both of these games could be winnable for the Titans. Realistically, they're both. These are two mediocre teams. We'll get to that other Titans game, but let's just. You know what? This could be the breadsticks. This game could be the breadsticks. And I really want it to be the breadsticks. Give me breadsticks, Vancouver Titans. Game 5, Uprising Titans. Give it to me, bro. I don't think the Titans will win, but I think they'll get those breadsticks that they've been wanting for a very long time. But this is their chance, man. This is the Titans' chance. They can win this. I think they can win. Is that crazy? I don't know. All right. Next, we got the Gladiators versus Eternal. Oh God. Was this the Gladiators like fourth game in the June Joust? They could win this. They could win this. Especially with that new tank, that new off tank. I forgot his name. It's like Vestoza, something like that. He's pretty good. Let should we do two game fives? We'll go 3-1. We'll go 3-1. I think Paris could win this one though. I'm not I'm not saying all these games are winnable for another team. By the way, if you think that, fuck off. But yeah, I think some of these games are upsettable. I will point that out when I see it. Um, Uprising and Mayhem. Oh, that's tough. I feel like Uprising's a lot like the Hanjo Spark, where I think they just got better because of the Juju Joust. So I don't think this. I don't think this will be like a 3-0. You know, I'll give Florida another 3-1. Florida is just that team that lets maps go. You know, you saw that against Florida Mayhem versus London Spitfire. I believe last stage. You know, they just let maps go, and you don't know why. They did really shitty in the June Joust. That was just not their meta, but yeah, they just seem to let maps go. They barely 3-0 people, so I'll go by that. I'll go by that. All right, final game. We got Toronto Defiance versus the Vancouver Titans. The battle for Canada. Who's gonna win the battle for Canada? Most likely Toronto. But hey, Titans could put up a fight. All right. Titans got like 3-0. What? Titans got 3-0 all June jousts just because they sucked with that meta and they had horrible teams to face. These are mediocre teams. They could at best take a map off them. So I'll give it a Toronto 3-1. Uh yeah, I think this is a solid list. No game fives for Asia. Two realistically there's like about two game fives average each week. So I think this is a good list. I think this is good. Uh, I so to recap, we got Paris taking the Spitfire 3-1, Shock taking Gladiators 3-2, Shock taking Spitfire 3-0, Mayhem taking them 3-1, Uprising taking Titans 3-2. That I think that'll be a really good game. I don't know if you guys think that. I think it might be a really good game here. Gladiators 3-1 against Paris. Mayhem 3-1 against Uprising. And Defiant 3-1 against the Titans. Yeah, that's the video. If you guys disagree with me, which I bet you just apparently think the fucking Defiant are going to beat the Mayhem, but that's completely fine. But just know this is my opinion, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next week with my week 2 predictions. Goodbye.